Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm Iko. My first game of Season 3 was a Vanessa game that had some learning experiences in it. Learning experiences about exactly how these new cards work, because that's not what the preview said. It didn't say 8 seconds at gold, it said 3 seconds at silver, which this card doesn't even exist at anymore. But it also included plenty of hype new stuff involving Shurikens. Stealth Glider only showed up at the very end of the run, and the build by that point was a complete madhouse. But I will say Shuriken is a fantastic new card. I love that thing to bits. It feels really good to play with. Fits right at home in Weapon Vanessa. Weapon Vanessa is notably weaker, I would say, than she used to be. A lot of the core cards there got bonked, and honestly probably deserved it. But oh my lord, as cool as Shurikens are, I'm just going to go ahead and dedicate the opening of this video, not to the hype build that's coming, not to loving Shurikens, but as a cry for help to the developers. Guys, come on, guys. 8 seconds? Are we serious? 8 seconds? Really? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the run. Try not to focus too much on Stealth Glider when it shows up on the very last day of the run, because it's thoroughly not okay. Alright, new season, new Vanessa cards, same income start. Let's go. Ayla, sell me the weapons. They can nerf Shark Claws all they want, I'm still doing it.
Use it well.
Shop one Langjin, you say? I mean, like, it's just not bad. They nerfed a lot of the game. At worst, this is 8 DPS. Done.
Enjoy the thrill of battle.
Calico's probably better in a slower meta, and I don't have any friends. Ooh, Shurikens. I was wondering if these were actually at bronze tier. In the thing where you buy this set early with gems, they're showing as silver. Anyway, we obviously want Trebuchet. We obviously want Shuriken. Seems very unlikely that we want the grappling hook, right? Shark Claws goes off. This hits for 45 once. I mean, that's probably about the same as a Calico. I'm having a hard time seeing exactly what the board's supposed to look like at the end of the day, but we'll figure it out. Definitely going to go for the Viper. We do beat Viper. Yeah, of course we do. You just hit it twice with the spear. You live for 20 seconds, no problem. I was briefly concerned I wouldn't win this fight, but now that I've got my head back on trade, I would like to take a moment to remind you that you can sub to the channel for more daily Bazaar content just like this, and if you could drop a like on the video, it really does help that out, help it get traction, help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Also, I will note, I don't know that I feel great about the pips, if only because it looks really weird when it's exactly centered with the health like this, but I do like the new EXP system. I think it's generally going to be a massive improvement, especially for newer players.
We barely got to
Okay, Langjin, the idea that we were running to you was funny. Haha, good joke. We're going to be taking that out immediately. End of day, like... I guess I want another small weapon. Otherwise, I can't quite run what I want to run here, right? Middle is obviously not helping with that. She can give me Silver Shark Claws day 1, though. Well, I do only have 3 goals. That's slightly problematic. Okay, yeah. Just take the 4 gold. Get your head on straight. And Kina. Oh, you level up in the last hour now. I wonder where that extra XP went. Yeah, people are reporting this. I should have seen it coming. I can also just take +1 poison. Put the Langan over Calico. I think +1 poison here is super reasonable, but so is Tiny Furry Monster for a skill, right? Any poison skill, any weapon skill. Oh. I mean, not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. And then for our last skill, gonna take an easy strength here.
I'm just getting you ready for them.
Alright, is there any world where I want to run Treb over Langjin and another weapon? Doesn't really seem like it fits just yet. Gotta say, I feel decently stronger day 1, but I kind of need to make it to 18 seconds to kill them. Is that Silver Treb? Harkuvian Launcher at Silver? How? So he went to Curio, bought this, and then upgraded it at B1, B2, and he also went to a weapon shop?
You fall like a
I mean, yeah, of course. Why not? Yeah, I mean, just kind of a lot of damage for day 1 when it has 50% crit chance of your starting enchanted item. I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. Moving on with my life. You lose day 1, it's an RNG Fiesta, you can't help it. I think I'm happy to go to JJ. In general, I'm probably looking to do something dumb with Cannonball Treb here. I'm also kind of looking for like an Orange Julian to do Shuriken things.
Sometimes I sell stuff.
No reason not to buy a Chum. Don't think I'm going to be playing with Silencer today. There's some argument to like only weapon Shuriken, but I can't imagine that's how it's played. Ah yes, the Nerf Pearl desperately needed. I don't think I care about the pop snappers either, so... Oh, well, there goes my money. Got nothing out of that JJ. Honestly, I'm gonna go Tiny Furry Monster looking for poison and weapon skills again. Well, I am probably running Treb today. I'm gonna be buying a lot of weapons. +1 burn on the Treb is so minor compared to the amount of extra health I'll eventually get from using the other one. We should beat Covetous Thief, no problem. I was kind of considering going for, like, a Wing or a Proboscis, but I really want to do something silly with Shuriken. To that end, I would like a Sharpening Sauna, but like higher average gold value. Shadowed Cloak is probably irrelevant. I would like to live in a world where somehow it mattered, but I can't really see that. Sad times to be parting with Langjin, but having not gotten an upgrade... Aw, man, I hate getting Pickpocket, because it's technically good. I can't be mad about it, but it's like the worst technically good thing you can get. Arms Dealer's obviously not doing a lot of work at Kina. I'm going to take the Ambergris. I'm going to move past the Volcanic Fence. I'm not really looking to do that. Well, we did do the thing where Chum generates gold. I'm going to buy a Bronze Powder Horn, even though I don't necessarily see how it's useful just yet. Can't really imagine we're crow's nesting it. We have Shark Claws already. Andy, help me out, man.
You've just taken the first step toward good taste.
We're not running this Lang, ever. So I'm going to toss that now. I want the Zorkid. I think I just buy these because they're weapons, and 20 health for 1 gold is a fine rate.
Money can't buy class at neither.
I'm definitely not going to be running my Bronze Piranha here, so I'm going to sell that and roll, see if I can find anything relevant. How does this upgrade? Yes, base damage and ammunition, exactly what you want to say. Going to toss the Chum, take the upgrade. I don't think I care about Corzina Crest or Mantis Shrimp. We're definitely doing Shuriken things here. If we're doing Shuriken things, that makes me kind of want to play Hand Axe. I mean, wow, it deals 24 damage. Sick. I mean, the idea is, I'm not buying these. I level up. I put Treb on board. That's pretty much it, right? Maybe I should have bought Mantis Shrimp just for health. I'm pretty broke, though, is the thing. Pet Rock can't be right. They did nerf Zorkid, admittedly. And I have almost no burn, but at the same time, like... It's still hasting cards. It's not hasting very much. Neither of these really feel super optimal. Let's see what our bronze loot item is if it affects our decision making in any capacity. 1 more burn. We're up against a 0-win Pig. I hear that his new set is super broken. It looked like there were some last second redesigns to Piggles that might need some more balancing. I guess this is my best board. I reconnected just now, and I swear to God, Pygmalion has moved slightly to the side. Anyway, I think this is the best board I've got. It's definitely not bad, but I don't feel super confident. Money Furnace, Steam Ladle, Fiery Piggles Protector. Premium Piggles are just adjacent value now. They don't make anything faster. It's a lot of burn, though. Like, that is so much burn for the day. But it's also a 12-second cooldown, so we might just barely be okay. Yeah. We were about to take, like, 35 burn. We didn't, though, so it's fine. Yeah, Money Furnace can be very big very quickly, it seems. That's a pretty hard timer on the fight. I'd feel comfortable playing Money Furnace, it looks like. Seems easier to get that going early than a Kiwas, at least. Alright, Andy, keep upgrading the Shurikens. Come on, dude. I can imagine using Grenade. It is a Silver Corzina Crest this time around. Honestly, I can see, like, some dumb one-shot thing happening here. Definitely want that upgrade. I would not mind several of the other upgrades shown here. I definitely don't care about my Piranha. It's just like, am I really running Calico? I feel like the Grenade is just not very good yet. I can't imagine I'm using Pet Rock over Zorkid, though I could see myself using it in the future. I want to hold bronze items just to buy more bronze items for cheap. But very genuinely, I don't think I want to run a Calico. So I'm going to sell this Calico so that if I see more Calicos, they will continue coming in at bronze. Just to max arms dealer value in the short term. I was thinking, do I want Switchblade? It's like a decent chunk of damage. I think I do want Switchblade. Yeah, I'm going to toss these and buy the Switchblade as well. Put that between the Fang and the Shuriken, get some reasonable scaling out of it. Definitely in a situation where I'm okay buying Poverty Chocolate, although I am a space short. I mean, not really, just sell something. I can also just not get the full chocolate bar value, but that sounds wrong. Just figure out what you don't actually care about. It's this grenade, by the way. And if I found a cannonball, maybe the grenade would be worthwhile. I don't think I beat Hover by Cooligan, but we do beat Street Gamer. I'd probably be okay to run a Yo-Yo. I would definitely... Oh, wait, he has different pickles now. He has a yellow pickle and a premium red pickle. I mean... being honest with you, I can't really imagine using this. It is a 4-speed weapon, but I have no way to value scale it. Oh, the pickles protectors do a lot of shield for him, though.
What? No, there's no way!
Yeah, he has Yellow Pickles L next to Pickles Protector, which is very rapid shield scaling. That thing dealt 210 shield. He doesn't have a Yo-Yo anymore. He has this, which is probably less threatening, to be honest. The weapon to the right of this gains 15 damage for the fight. All right, sign me up. Guess that's what I'm trying to do. Ayla, would you like to give me more shurikens? No? Damn shame. Going to toss another chocolate bar. I'm going to buy this. I am going to roll. Hope for upgrades. Hey, the grenade's back. I was regretting selling that just now. I don't think I care about a katana. I'm going to buy the hand axe, sell the hand axe. There is, sadly, no way to avoid having to sell something else, and I think it's going to be the pet rock. Float the grenade. I care much more about potentially using that with cannonball than the pet rock replacing Zorkid. We have at least gotten a ton of value out of Arms Dealer doing this. Oh, Lost Crate looks very different now. As broke as I am, we're going to go to Lost Crate. As broke as I am, get a medium item seems really good, but, you know, the skill could be anything. Even almost nothing.
Now this is how you win
Upgrade a bronze tier item. Well, first things first, we bring these in, right? That's just a lot of damage scaling on the Shuriken. There's an argument that, like, maybe the Shuriken shouldn't be taking it. Maybe you just put this on the trap. Speaking of, though, we need to get our upgrade done.
But it can be better.
Oh, nice. So now the tooltips for anything you hover. I wonder how it works with the upgrade hammer. And it shows that this isn't being upgraded. Nice. I think I just used Shark Claws here, right? I mean, sure, they got nerfed. Who cares? Yeah, there's no shot at Treb. Absolutely no shot. All right, Shuriken. Do something sick. Blow him up. Demonstrate to me that you actually deal enough damage for me to care about this. Because, I know Shuriken can do cool things in the late game, but I'm really not sure it's actually good, especially in the current situation. Weaponized core apparently unnerfed at gold and above. Only nerfed at silver, which is shocking. Yeah, Plasma Grenade Crew Tools already is a bit scary, but it looks like Shuriken's good. Let me click the recap real quick. That seemed like a lot. That seemed like Shuriken went off and the fight ended, didn't it? We didn't even get the 4th hit. It dealt 228, which is basically double anything else. And it didn't even resolve the last time. Alright, Shuriken, congratulations. You're earning your keep. Let's see how it goes. I was pretty doubtful having only hit strength would be able to make good use of it, but that does not appear to be a problem. Oh my. Yeah, I'll take another one. Now, should I have sold chocolate bars yesterday? Probably. Probably. I had a lot of extra health already from Arms Dealer. Surely the next 30 wouldn't have been the difference, right? It's gotta still be worth rolling, right? Shark Claws at silver, Grenade at bronze. Those are really the only hits. If I see something that costs 8 gold, can I get it after rolling? 4, 6, yeah. Okay, it's worth rolling. Barely, but it is. Oh, Arbalest, some other day.
With gold, we say.
Work at the docks versus go to JJ when I have no cash. Gonna work at the docks, take a weapon, hope for the best. It's fine. Not really what I'm looking for. Probably worse than Treb, you know? But hey, it's Arms Dealer, so it can't be terrible. With all my extra health, I might live long enough to throw a Shuriken at Flame Juggler. We know it deals like 350 damage. I don't think I beat Flame Juggler. I'm not gonna throw and believe that. So Ammo Stash is obviously great, and Cannonball is perfectly fine. How much damage scaling is this? It's 6 times 4 plus 6 times 3 plus 6 times 2 plus 6. It's a decent chunk of damage scaling, right? Like, unironically, it's a good Switchblade. Cannonball's a little bit awkward with it. But we definitely don't need the other Powder Horn anymore. Like, as sick as the Piggle is, it's literally just worse. No, because it goes off twice. It is better than left-handed would be in this circumstance, so that's nice, I guess. There's not a lot of mediums I want. It's kind of specifically Shark Claws, right? I wouldn't mind finding, like, a wetware. I don't know. Wetware's kind of at odds with Shuriken, isn't it? I'm going to take 2 income here. I think a ton of the time I do not really benefit from going to middle. Fins versus Kina. I mean, I would very happily run a silver cannonball here. It would be incredibly good. I've also got a good chunk of health already, which simultaneously makes Fins more valuable because the absolute value of what I'm getting is better, and less value because in terms of expected health values, I'm so far above curve already that Fins is unlikely to be the difference in a fight, especially as explosive as I am. I've convinced myself for clicking this. Catfish and seaweed both taking nerfs. The list of items blocked is so big that I'm not even sure who it is. It's just like almost everything. I kind of like the wanted poster, but it's all my cash and I really want a cannonball. Julian in the late game could also be the trick.
I'm so glad we could share this.
Definitely glad to have picked him up. I'll sell these today. 910 health going to my day 4. Sorry, 1,110 health. Ooh, no gold to roll. Toxic weapons. That's a lot of additional poison. It also makes a poison enchant on Shuriken potentially kind of crazy as well. I'd have to sell Corzina Crest, Grenade, and the Bad Horn. I think I'm just okay having a 14 poison Toxic Fang. That seems good. Railgun, core, pulse rifle. I have 1,100 health. I just think I'm not going to die to a railgun. I also think they just explode at 8 seconds, right? Like, the damage scaling on this is actually very good. Yeah. Not to understate it, but it also triggers a trebuchet on its own. Just nothing else. Shuriken is an entire charge of Treb. It is continuing to be my whole ass board. Admittedly, it's basically a large item, taking up the red pickles and the switchblade too. Let's not undersell the 47 poison on the Toxic Fang, though. This feels very strong. Quixel can upgrade my Shuriken. It's day 5. She can also rob me of 4 gold. Most of the time I get precisely nothing. There are not many items I'm happy to get at Quixel, and it's a 4 gold roll. I'm going to take an Econ instead. It's 2 health. Or sorry, it's 20 health. Shuriken's notably not aquatic, but the Shark Claws and the Zorkid are. I can also just go for some Poverty Chocolate again. Anything that generates gold is good with a Julian, because I think in late game, the play is you try to have Julian go off before the Shurikens. That basically is just saying you need a Diamond Julian, right? I think late game I go into Julian, but that's not until like day 9 or something. I don't need to be playing to maximize Julian values. Like, this is stupid. I just need to be playing to have a better board today. Genuinely, it's kind of just Shark Claws and it's all my gold. I don't want to do it. I'm going to toss these 2 and pick up chocolate. That wasn't enough, was it? No. I think this grenade's not happening either. Did I just miscount? No. Okay, good. For a second, I thought I just miscounted 5, which is very embarrassing. Diamond Fangs off of Sabretooth with Shuriken is actually kind of not an improvement, because this isn't one-shotting and likely won't be one-shotting. The Shiny Fangs, on the other hand, are just fast weapons. Which, like, the Treb's not that good. I could see myself running Shiny Fang and some other shit later down the line. I also can just beat Scoville. And I think, like, stop overthinking it. Just go beat Scoville, push the XP. I'm not convinced the Shiny Fang would even improve the build. I'm reasonably confident that Diamond Fang actually breaks the strongest version of Shuriken because it can't be slower than Julian anymore. Yeah, it does run out of steam a little bit after the Shurikens go off, but by that point in time, I've dealt 70 poison with the Fang, which is nice. No space for that, huh? Can't imagine running Curry. Sylvia versus Snack Time. Is there somehow a world where I would run a second Silver Shuriken if I found one? No. I'm kind of happy to just go Snack Time. Yeah, just like another 100 health while the poison's ticking down seems fine. Loot item over 4 gold, I think. That's a really good one. That's the stuff. That's what we're looking for. Tomorrow is level 7. Who are you? Sterling the Crawfish Man. Upgraded bronze or silver tier item. Done.
Sylvia.
Happy day.
Oh, it was a love.
You know, there was a counterpoint there that I could have upgraded the gunpowder instead. I was thinking I don't need to use gunpowder today, and I'm going to upgrade it at level 7 tomorrow. Like, that's actually what I was looking at. I think I'm still going to do that. I'm just not going to get to use my gunpowder today, which is embarrassing. But I think we'll be fine. I think that gold shark claws is probably just as good as an extra ammo here, maybe even better. And tomorrow I'm going to upgrade the gunpowder. That does mean I'm, like, having a harder time getting Julian to diamond, but oh well. Micro Dave, Ignition Core, Plasma Grenade, no enchant, base slow duration. This doesn't look too bad to me, to be honest. This looks like he's going to blow up to the shurikens going off like everyone else. Although, I will note Ignition Core hits pretty damn hard, but not quite as hard as the 5 ammo shurikens on day 5. With Shark Claws, Switchblade, and Red Piggles. It is still just like the whole build. That's not true. It dealt half of his health. The rest of the board dealt the other half, and about half of that damage came from poison by the look of it. Tomorrow we get 2 more ammo, though. That's a huge deal. Like, I don't care about Julian near... Alright, we're upgrading Julian too. This Sterling fellow is carrying the run. Yeah, if you want to give me even a more ammo, I'm down, my guy. Holy shit. I am the menace. I am the exact thing I was concerned with when I first saw this. I'm like, what if you just put a bunch of high-tier gunpowders on it? I'm very happy to go Andy, I think. Yeah, any small weapon that's cheap. Oh, right, you exist! I completely forgot about this. This is one of the big synergy pieces. You use this and shot glasses to buff it to the moon. Yeah, we want that. It's also just a cheap weapon. On that boat, cheap weapon, pushing a Julian. I'm going to buy Salt Claw. Don't much care for the lighter, though. What about a holsters? You know what? I actually can see, like, late game using holsters in this build. Right now I have no slow, but, like, I get shot glasses, and suddenly this thing is just better than the Piggles, right? So I think I definitely hold this. Down the line, the idea is just holsters, shot glasses, 10 small items, Kusarigama, Shuriken. You don't need the Shark Claws anymore. It's an alternate route to just get out before you even need the Orange Julian. You know what? Grappling Hook does go off before the Shuriken, which buffs it by 10 damage. I'm not like a big Grappling Hook fan or anything, but I'm gonna take this Grappling Hook. 6-second bolas! Oh, the humanity! Dear God. I think I gotta pass on that one. Like, yeah, they do slow an item. But, dear God. Even with diamond holsters, they're going off at 3 seconds? Gonna have to pass on that. Lone Shark Shark Claws are only at silver, but I'd honestly be fine running double Shark Claw here, I think. And just because I'm slightly worried that maybe Lone Shark kills me, I am going to sell the gunpowder now. Which gets this thing up to 7 ammunition. I don't think I needed to sell it, but just having the insurance is nice. I have more HP than Lone Shark because of Arms Dealer. Feeling good about picking Arms Dealer over whatever the hell it was competing with. So how much damage exactly are these Shurikens at this point? Still pretty much all of it. Like, kind of a lot. I would love the skill. Oh. Normally Gold Shark Ray is super sick, and you're very happy to see it. I don't think we're reloading the Powder Horn. I don't think there's a world where, like, that's enough. It just doesn't make any sense. You just need the first burst to do the job, and if it doesn't, the build's not going to get over the finish line. Go to middle, try to get this Orange Julian going. Try to hold on to Shark Ray for a little bit.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
Is there ever a world where Shark Ray happens? It seems highly unlikely. Still gonna roll and look for the Shark Claws. I just don't really get Oni Mask, man. I would love to understand it, but I do not see where it fits. Yeah, wasted 2 gold, not a big deal.
Full sail, my boy.
Upgrade a silver or lower tier item. Well, I guess it's time to upgrade Julian unless Kusarigama makes more sense. Let me see how this upgrades. Kusarigama upgrades the damage, the number of targets, and the scaling. What do you mean it upgrades exactly like trained, but the hold up. Do we even need a Julian then? So Grappling Hook slows 2 at 7, and this slows 2 at 6. That's 4 slows. That's 40 damage. That's way more than Switchblade is doing. I'm gonna upgrade Kusarigama and try to go into a 6 slow build. That's crazy. I thought it would do one or the other. I thought there is no shot it's multi-slowing and scaling the amount. I guess for the thing to round this out, we want to run Toxic Fang next to it. And we run Salt Claw because I have a decent amount of slow to scale him up and he's a small weapon. And having more weapons results in more poison here as well. There's like an argument that Holsters is just worse than Corzina Crest, though. Corzina Crest is 20% crit. This is 1 second of startup time. Woo, who cares? Like, it barely does anything compared to 20% crit chance. I think that's the play. I think this is what we're looking at. We can obviously just take shield and guarantee the win today, but I mean, I think we've already guaranteed the win today. That's the thing. This does 15 scaling, and then right as it goes off, another 15. So I need to beat 30 damage on the Switchblade. There's no shot that's not happening. I wouldn't take Relax, actually. I would take 25 temp damage. I think I'm happy to go JJ, though. This is notably worse, I think, than a Cannonball at this point. I'm so glad they nerfed you, Keg. You deserved it. Sea Dog Saloon. It has been nerfed. That's definitely true. And I have just got him a level 7 upgrade, which is unfortunate. But this is still a vast source of multi-slow that could go crazy with Kusarigama down the line. I'm not going to say Kusarigama every time. Kusar feels wrong. Gamma feels wrong. Weeb shit? Do we just call it weeb shit every time? Well, for now, it's Kusarigama. Hopefully, I never get tired of saying it. It is another Vanessa, winning much earlier than I am, apparently. I don't feel like I've fallen off at all. I feel like I'm just getting stronger. Gold Sea Dog's always a little bit spooky. He's got the Mantis Shrimp, the second Mantis Shrimp. He did successfully slow one of my sources of scaling, but and also, those are some long-ass slows. It looks like we're okay, though. He doesn't have, like, enough to scale enough to one-shot me, which is very important. Because once this finally did resolve, it killed him. How many times did it actually get to attack there? Oh, you know, 3 out of 7, and it dealt 525. Definitely a bit spooky with Clamra, Sea Dogs, Amber. Like, those were not the best case scenario slows for me, but it worked out in the end. Another win. So the idea starts to become like, the slows from this are representative of 30 damage anyway. So the Shark Claws no longer make sense. And then I can drop Corzina Crest for another friend, or this for another friend. Yeah, I've got to do that. Obviously, Julian's nice to upgrade. I would love to upgrade Julian. But Julian's not going on the board for several days regardless. This is just immediately worth having. And also, Julian's cheaper if I find him in a store, which is very important.
I love them all.
Hey, Anglerfish, what's up? I don't think I'm going to be doing that. You can have this Switchblade, you can have this Piggle. Frankly, you can even have that Ambergris. Got some very good items in my stash that just don't currently make sense to use. Feeling very, very strong, though. Not like go fight Annex Trooper strong, I'm not crazy. I'm gonna go after Treasure Turtle and look for my ticket. Aside from the ticket, though, I mean, we're hoping for the best average gold value. Is Clamra ever sensible? Probably not. I didn't really consider that it would be possible to lose this. I don't think it is. It's just dead immediately, right? Yeah. Nice defensive build, buddy. This is going to fall off a cliff as health values scale up, which is what I'm concerned about. But Kusarigama's a lot of scaling. It's just, I've got to make sure it's enough scaling. I can't really afford to lose anything. Now, something I've been waiting for is the bayonet. Obviously, it only buffs adjacent weapons. But every time this goes off, it effectively uses the bayonet as well, which will then in turn be buffed by strength, right? So there's an argument to flip everything, bayonet the Shuriken, and take off the Corzina Crest. I don't think that makes sense. Like, obviously this combos together well, but it feels more like a just pile of damage in the early game sort of thing, and not necessarily an optimal setup. Right now, I think I value Friends really highly, I value Slows really highly, because Friends are Slows. And obviously I value the stuff that's on my board just being upgraded directly. I don't think bayonet makes sense. Got him. So now we can get him to diamond to do stupid things. There's also a Tortuga here. Bit late, buddy. Yeah, once he goes to diamond, suddenly he's like just better than the entire rest of the build at scaling. He's only at 84, but there's going to be several days, probably, before he gets diamond. I've got 26 gold. I'll happily spend 4 for 20 health.
Oh, how about this weather where... Oh, you're leaving.
I think it's got to be ammo skills look for gunner, right?
You put me in this shop.
Oh, it's only
Try
one?
not to ask such
You gave me the silver tier version? I could make this do burn 21, which is neat. But I'm going to take gunner and get that in the pool for Grandmaster.
spring blooms. I made that up.
Haste, slow, and cooldown items. Let's go.
Life is urgent. Hurry up.
It's the heavy boulder. Or sorry, it's heavy the boulder. I've never actually read the name of an enchanted boulder before and realized it was written like that. It should be the boulder and then heavy boulder or the heavy boulder. They need different formatting specifically for that one. Anyway, those are useless. No thank you. Is there a reason to care about dive weights? I think not. Although, Mantis Shrimp is not just a cheap weapon, but, like, he's kind of the guy, right? I'm playing the slow build. He's another slow off Sea Dog Saloon. He scales off all the same stuff and then punches them right after Shuriken goes off. Seems reasonable to me. I'm gonna hold that Corzina Crest for sure, but... That is a ton of base damage if I got it to a higher tier, but I think that's a pipe dream. I just don't see how dive weights are gonna work well for me. And there's no benefit to selling anything here, so into the fight. It is a 0-win Vanessa. Surely she didn't have, like, a complete trash build, hit Obsidian, come together, and now I lose, right? Come on. Surely not. Lighter, Toxic Brass, Knuckles, Bladed Hoverboard, Shiny Pet Rock. Wait, what was your enchant? What did you do when you died? I'm genuinely confused. I will say, that hurt quite a lot.
Next time, boys.
Almost failed to finish that out, which is really, really worrisome. Let's check a recap there and see exactly how this played. So Bladed Hoverboard being double bayonet is just dealing a shitload of damage, is what I'm seeing from this. This fight went for, like, 11 seconds or something, is that right? I think he died, like, shortly after Mantis Shrimp went off, which would be 11 seconds, maybe 12. I want to watch it again. I'm a little bit confused about exactly how long it took me to kill him. Yeah, that was actually about 12.5 seconds. And checking recap, yeah, it's just that Salt Claw's not very good, Grappling Hook's not very good. I need to replace these with valuable friends, and the damage on Shuriken's just falling off enough, even on day 7, that it's not really finishing the job anymore. On day 8, how's my experience looking? I'm not hitting 10 today, am I? No, there's no shot. Pearl's Dig Site is surely it for Barcoon, right? Let's go. Let's find literally anything.
Like a hardy one. Need some work.
I mean, Venom's neat and all. I've got toxic weapons, but I don't really see that working out. It's worth noting that Venom's a lot more than just neat. I could theoretically structure my board in a way where it was 9 weapons and Venom, and the Venom goes onto the Shuriken, right? And if I did that, it would be like a 30 multicast 8 poison item, which would be kind of crazy. Like, it would obviously be very good. And realistically, I probably should have considered that just as a stopgap to get through the next couple of days. But I really wanted to go for something more explosive than stacking a bunch of poison at 8 seconds. I could cut my friend count down and run a pulse rifle. Neat idea, not touching that. Don't see the use here. I can just take 8 gold and bail. I'm gonna be willing to spend a little bit more greedily than that. Icy Katana. It's so sick, though. I am just going to take Icy Katana and step out. That's 16 gold.
You're a natural at this.
And 20 health. Colt, come on. You know you want to sell it to me. I mean, sure. I can't be upset about gold Mantis Shrimp. He's obviously cracked. But obviously I was hoping for the final ammunition on Shuriken. I say the final, like I'm not dreaming of finding diamond gunpowder later. It's got to be Burn Later Bot, right? There's nothing on any of this I care about. I don't know. Go for Joyful Jack. Get exactly when you heal, charge a poison item. Enchant this with healing and win the run by charging the Fang. That make any sense? Probably not. I'll go Burninator bot. It's a 1 in 6 at slow burn. I don't think this first Mantis Shrimp shot's really killing much of anything. So by getting slow burn, instead of getting the second hit at 15, or sorry, instead of getting it at 20 seconds, I'll get it at 15 seconds, and there's a 1 in 6 at it. That's a pretty big jump up. Whereas using equivalent exchange in any meaningful capacity is highly unlikely. That wasn't a 16-second fight, so... Oh, I see. This must have hasted that on, like, its first use and then stacked more haste on it to get it to go off twice that fast, right? 1, 2, yeah, 4 seconds of haste. That is a 12-second fight. It just looked really weird. Definitely unfortunate that, like, literally every haste that goes on to Shuriken is a bad haste, but oh well. Yeah, like, it's still doing a huge chunk of damage. I can't be upset about it, but it's not doing enough. Oh, nice. That helps a lot for my chances of winning a close fight. Is he, like, showing up more often than he should? This can't be... It's probably just variance. It's fine. I think it's gotta be Salt Claw, right? Maybe it's holsters, actually. Well, I have no way to reload this. That's the problem with, like, a holsters-based strategy. Is that I need this to scale, and right now, a huge chunk of it scaling is the plus 40 damage from Kusarigama triggering off of Sea Dog Saloon. 160 health is not it. Surely JJ is not better than a guaranteed upgrade, but, like, what upgrade am I taking? I mean, that one, right? The grappling hook's kinda bad. It's just gonna slow 2 items for plus 20 damage. 20% crit chance is going to be more, guaranteed. It's definitely gonna be more if I up it to 30% crit chance. And I'm very concerned about my short-term power. Like, I don't think holsters is going to be good enough. I just don't. Salt Claw is obviously a fine upgrade, but I think this is more likely to win the fight. Also, Salt Claw's, like, got types on him. He's easier to find. Going loot item. I don't care about average gold value. Give me the gunpowder. We have Bazaar Con coming up. That's plus 2 XP, which is nice. I can also take Shield, which actually could be relevant, or I can go Weapons and look for the Diamond Shuriken. It also upgrades Mantis Shrimp, Zorkid, and Salt Claw, and Kusarigama. I'm gonna go Ayla. There are too many important upgrades here.
But my weapons crave more.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, second page is equally useless as expected. Repeater does have some obvious synergy with Shuriken. I mean, it's no pistol sword, right? Like, if I saw a pistol sword, maybe we'd be talking. You put pistol sword on the other side of Kusarigama so that every time Shuriken goes off, it triggers the pistol sword? Hell yeah. But, doesn't really do the same thing here, does it? To briefly take a serious look at it, I would run it like this. And, you know, it's okay. I get 6 slows, so that's going to be plus 60 damage. Then it goes off, you know, a couple of times. It's not nothing. It's probably just worse than having the crit chance and another weapon there, right? And I do want to be hasting just 2 sources of slow, I think. Well, no, because after the first volley, hasting any source of slow doesn't really matter as much. It's scaling both of these guys, but the counterpoint's just like, you want to haste the shrimp instead of scaling him more. You just want him to go off faster. I think this is the correct way to run the board.
I respect new
Correct or not, it's what we're taking into the fight. It is a 1-win Vanessa. Enjoying these low-win opponents, although the fact he has an enchant is obviously quite scary.
My fight isn't with you.
We're looking at Deadly Sub, Wetware, Katana. Let's see how good that Wetware is. I'm of the opinion it's a very, very strong item. Like, I'd be unsurprised to lose here just because Wetware scales so much. Also, shouldn't he have poison? Do I no longer run a Fang? I forgot I cut the Fang. I was like, huh, where's all the poison at? My damage is really going to fall off here. It's going to be a problem. How did he cleanse the poison? He didn't. I just, yeah, I wasn't running that item. Looking at the way this played out, gotta say, it still seems like the Shuriken's the whole build. I mean, this guy was about to hit for a lot more, right? Mantis Shrimp was about to do the numbers when my opponent died, surely. My opponent died when my Mantis Shrimp was at 86 burn. So yeah, I'd honestly say Mantis Shrimp is still doing a lot. My opponents are just not quite living long enough for the Mantis Shrimp to get to show off. This is very much a combo build at this point. utilizing Kusarigama to run some other weird stuff with a Mantis Shrimp and play a much more aggro build. We're not able to run Julian unless we find the Diamond Julian. The Shuriken upgrade's much appreciated. Obsidian Cannon's kind of just a meme. I will spend 2 gold on 20 health.
I prefer
Diamond Shark Claws. I mean, it's actually just worse than Sea Dog Saloon by a huge amount. I don't want it. The question is, would I rather just cut Grappling Hook for Calico?
Hey, when you carry my weapon,
And as you can tell by me buying it immediately, the answer is yes. This is going to be 100% crit chance. I can scale it up over here with Kusarigama to get double value on that 100% crit chance. Because, like, once this goes off, 100% crit chance immediately. So I like this a lot, actually. And all of this just gets floated, because, like, we're not running any of this. It's just friends to scale this, to scale this, to scale that. Everything in my stash is sellable. I don't care about any of these weapons. The whole build is just a bunch of friends that kind of scale off of haste and slow to make Sea Dog Saloon very fast, to trigger a bunch of scaling off Kusarigama, which is doubled on Calico, and dumped explosively with Shuriken. Probably better off just doing Julian things, but Julian has to get under 9 seconds for that to make sense. For now, gonna leave that on the table. Don't want to spend the last of my gold on that Bolas. Grandmaster, hope for Gunner. Grandmaster, hope for Slow Burn. Strength isn't even bad. I'm actually perfectly okay with this Grandmaster. I mean, yeah. I'll take the second one. I don't mind. It's a lot of gold, but I have enough to liquidate here. Obviously, one shot, one kill is not going to work. You used to be a silver fight. Has that been changed for multiple patches and I forgot? I'm going to go for Big Ego, though. That's, like, huge. There was left and right-handed on the far right guy. My concern with far right guy is I genuinely am always worried that I'm just overestimating. No, Sniper Rifle's even slower than it used to be. I'd have killed him, I think. I don't know if I would have, because his health's been... I think that Sniper Rifle would have gone off and killed me unless I got lucky with slow RNG. I will say, the upgraded Mantis Shrimp is much better. But we do keep having this awkward thing happen where the Shuriken finishes resolving a second time and has no ammo left. I would really like that to not be the case, but there's precisely nothing I can do about it. Yeah, it's only getting up to like 105 damage at this point. It's just good enough that not running it feels weird. I check recap, it's still dealing half the damage to this guy. Obviously, Mantis Shrimp is getting more and more to be the star of the build as we get done. Sometimes you get rewarded. I rarely come here because it seems like it happens so infrequently. Tatiana can give toys from any hero. Truthfully, I don't think I care about any of them. What I care about a lot is temp damage off of this. I think my odds of winning the fight go to basically 100% with that.
How you win a war.
So I can use Languid Dunes to make these slow to get more scaling on Kusarigama, right? By using Languid Dunes, every time they go off, they gain 10 damage. They gain 10 times 7, then 10 times 6, then 10 times 5, so on and so forth. You get the idea. I can also just put Burning on them, which is obviously fine. I think Languid Dunes on this is actually really good. Let me see that the enchant timing is. I'm sure it's just like 1 for 1. Yeah, it's 1 for 1, exactly like you'd expect it to be. If I'd gotten like an early inexorable, obviously Languid Dunes and the Corzina Crest would be crazy, but everything's just at 30% crit. Well, 38 on the Shuriken, but still. Because Languid Dunes on the Shuriken gives me the most slows, which in turn scales the Mantis Shrimp the most, and this is slowly becoming a Mantis Shrimp build, I actually think it's Languid Dunes. The counterpoint to that is, if it's a Mantis Shrimp build, put Burn on the guy. It's actually, like, really unclear to me. 8 additional slows. We get 5 slows here. We get 2 slows here. 8 additional slows is like 100% more shrimp on the first hit. It's not a minor amount. Maybe it's crazy to take Languid Dunes here, but it's also 8 slows on my opponent. It's not like it's just dealing damage. I'm taking Languid Dunes on the Shurikens. If nothing else, it's cooler. I know Fiery Shrimp is obviously good. But this many slows is a lot of self-scaling on Kusarigama, a lot of scaling on Calico, a ton of scaling on Salt Claw and this guy. Who are you? Sells relics from any hero, huh? I mean, I'll take a look.
Past has much to teach us.
And relics from no hero in particular. I don't think Forgotten God makes any sense, though. Like, obviously, I can drop Cursina Crest, move this far left, put Forgotten God between 8 slows here and 5 slows here. And that's going to give it at 12 seconds. This will have gone off twice for sure, right? Not for sure, but probably. Let's just be generous. That'll be 18 slows. So at 12 seconds, 12 times 18 is kind of a lot. It'll do like 200 and something poison. 200 and something poison 12 seconds in just ain't that good. And I'm getting on the broke side. That's not true. I've got enough in my stash. I'm going to roll and see some more relics. Dinosaur. Tools and relics, huh? Unfortunately, that's not what I'm about, it seems. Yeah, nothing to do here.
To be honest,
That's about how I expected the story to go, to be honest.
oh, I hate
7-win Pig. I am terrified of this man, because I've heard the new set for Pig is very, very broken.
Are you sure?
We're looking at Micro Dave. Not what I was expecting at all. Turbo Matchbox Ice Luge. Stopwatch. Does he have a weapon for Snowstorm? No. I mean, it's a lot of burn and a lot of regen generation, but yeah, we're okay. So now when you dump the Shurikens, it finishes off slow burn and the shrimp just kills him, which is nice. Checking recap there. We had the same health despite him being a pig on account of all the value I got from Arm Stealer over the run. 2,600 damage. So the slow scaling with Kusarigama, I assume I got good crit RNG there, but it definitely mattered. 150 burn here would have finished him off regardless, I think, before I died. It's hard to say. The Icy Steam Ladle, Stopwatch, Ice Luge was going to get real gross if that went on much longer, though. How'd that look? Again, I want to see, like, how much burn was I really taking from this, because, you know, new Piggle I've never seen before that's uniquely good with Matchbox. That's an interesting Matchbox stuff I hadn't realized. I was at 100 burn. I went right to full health at the end of that because, you know, big ego. But yeah, cool build. I like that a lot. I can see how it's at 7 wins. I think I really, really like the buff to Piggles of just creating... Yes, please. I like the buff to Matchbox of just creating the burn Piggle. Now, unfortunately, we did not get gunpowder, which is the only thing I wanted for Christmas, and I'm heartbroken at this. We did get gold feather, though, so, like, suck it up, I guess. We can go Ayla, shield, and temp boost. I kinda like temp boost damage here, but I really want the final ammo on that Shuriken. I want the upgrades on these guys. Ayla's too good of a shot. Going temp boost there is too cowardly. I wonder if Cutlass is good now. It dodged all the weapon nerfs that Vanessa was taking, so maybe Cutlass is better by comparison. 9th ammo, let's go. Get that 6 out of here. You have 9 ammo. Don't lie to me. So, if I got a pendulum with a 9x multicast item, how do I use that? Next to the Mantis Shrimp, of course. It also has 4% cooldown reduction on the table. I'm leveling up today no matter what. When you use an item, shield is obviously good. Both of these fights are great. I'm just trying to decide what's better. When you crit deal double damage when I'm running the Cursina Crest actually seems really good. I think this, with my Cursina Crest on board, pushes over the line. I'm really all in on like 3 of the hits here, but 3 out of 8, I think it is? Yeah, 3 out of 8 is way better than most fights. I would have been totally fine taking Lord Arkin too, it's just I don't think I'm going to get ahead of levels tomorrow. What do we hit? Oh, it's the nerfed magic carpet. I should have held that till the end of the day. There's the off chance I find a new item somehow. Would I run like a high tier cannonball over Cursina Crest? I mean, I want to upgrade Julian and Cursina regardless, right? So we're always going to the shop. A loose array. It goes off before Mantis Shrimp. I don't know that I really care. Like, yeah, Diamond and Loose Array is cool. But, what am I doing? Cutting Cursina Crest? 30% crit's kind of a lot. A little bit more scaling doesn't seem worth. Yeah, I'm rolling past. I don't care. That's about how I expected the shop to go. Still, I think we might be able to close this out on day 11. No freeze, no poison, easy old Zane.
Well, look what the tide rushed in.
See, Loaded Fury is really bad because I think it just doesn't do anything is how that actually interacts. The best defense can give me a lot of damage scaling on one item, and by a lot, I mean 27, so never mind. We're gonna roll. What is this? Frontline logistics. When you use an ammo item, your weapons gain 6 damage for the fight. I mean, twist my arm about it, why don't you?
Move along.
That's just more damage scaling, and that's all I do. Maybe it's just enough to get me over the hump in the coming days. Now, in terms of small items, I'm mainly there for Mantis Shrimp, Kusarigama. We go to Pearl, we look for slow duration, haste duration, cooldown reduction, something weird and enchanted off class, or just a big pile of gold. There's plenty of options. Would you ever run an Amber? It really does a lot to cripple your opponent's build, doesn't it? I think we already do a lot to cripple our opponent's build. I've got bigger dreams than Amber. Oh hey, it's the thing I sat down to play! Good to see you, buddy! A little bit late, though. It is a 166 Julian, a little bit slower because he never got to Diamond. I'm considering, like, do I want to buy this for Julian value? That's the main thing. Like, I don't have that much cash, and I'm spending 4 gold to roll. I am just going to take a very valuable weapon for Arms Dealer and cash. It is a Mac that has died, always good to see.
My fight isn't with you.
I think, like, barring specifically shield and heal enchantments in the club, I'm favored for most Macs. No club. It is self-poisoned by the look of it. Obsidian Life Conduit is always horrifying. That's probably the strongest thing Mac can be doing. He has Retaliatory Toxins Ouroboros, which is going to kill me. Yeah. Yeah. So he has Big Ego to give this lifesteal, Crimson Dash to lower its cooldown. Anytime I do something, he regenerates, which scales this. Gee, I wondered if it was Mac's best build previously and went basically unnerfed. He also had 150 base regen. It's not that I didn't deal any damage, it's just that Life Conduit is probably Mac's strongest build, and this is an insane high roll. He has lifesteal on it, he has the best source of regen you can possibly have. I honestly don't think Crimson Dash even mattered. With these timings, I know for a fact. What is the timing, actually? One sec. You can't... can I check over here? Yes, okay. This is minus 1.161, 3.161, so it should be simultaneous, and I think that means that this will get charged 2 seconds immediately, and that's doing a ton of work. Yes. Absolutely cracked build, man. Yeah, there's nothing I could have done here. Even if he had gotten no enchantment, right? If he didn't have an enchantment at all, he'd still have killed me. That's how strong that build is. Absolutely ridiculous. Nothing you can do about it. Kina, can you please try to save me? I'm going to need something crazy to win in the late game. Specifically, I'm going to need a Julian upgrade. None of that's going to help. Much better Oni mass than last time, but still not helpful. 30% crit chance on your ammo items. You know, like Shrimp and Shuriken, the things I'm built around. I don't think it matters, though. Because, like, I need the Sea Dog Saloon and all the friends for them to actually do their job. I don't think it works. Ayla's good. Is Nufu better? Ayla can upgrade Kusarigama, Mantis Shrimp. Even Zorkid, Saltclaw, and Calico are all good. Nufu's probably all my money for next to nothing, so... let's go to Ayla and hope for better. The Cyber Psy. Yeah, no thanks. Oh.
I hope you live long enough to reconsider.
Balsharo's not terrible. Morgaloth is more experienced, but again, I'm not going to be getting to level 13 today, and I'm not going to be getting to level 14 tomorrow. Morgaloth's not going to change any of that. I have nothing out of class or jack of all trades. I'm going to go Balsharo then, look for slightly better skills. Kenai would be great. Assault Focus would be... it would slow this 5 times, which is like using it twice in some ways, but not like using it twice in many others. Absolutely insane Mac build. You hate to lose to a Mac that died and got Obsidian on the quest relic. It's by far the best thing that can happen to a Mac. Oh well, here we are. Let's drop the salt and move on. Richardson, are you worth running? Not at this tier, but maybe at a higher tier he would be. I'm happy to bank him and see if he upgrades. Yeah, that's about right. I'm willing to do any cheap weapon flips just because of Arms Dealer at this point. Should have held that. I don't know what level I'm on, but maybe it affects the reward here. Yeah, see, exactly. So, awkward question. Do you want to take 20 gold for your Julian, who is, frankly, kind of tiny, or do you want to take gold tier loot item? Fine. I won't gamble for specifically gunpowder. Not that Feather Wing would be that either, but still. So our last hour is just the artist. There's not really any getting around that. The question is, what do we enchant? The answer is Mantis Shrimp. Man, Julian's going off at 8.6. 7.6 would be 4 internal cooldowns before this. So I do get Julian's value on 5 of 9 attacks there. I think I drop Corzina Crest and Salt Claw here. Julian's fast enough to affect some of this, and then to meaningfully affect the damage out the remainder of the build. Alright, let's get to it. Let's random this guy.
Old friend.
What are you doing, Mantis Shrimp? Are you Obsidian? Are you Fiery? You're shiny. I'll fucking take it.
Glimpse.
Alright, that sounds like a deal to me. Hopefully this guy's not also an Obsidian life conduit. Just like be almost literally anything else. Come on.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
We're looking at Shielded Club with Lifesteal from Mortar and Pestle. No infinite combo, but a lot of slow. It looks like our slows go off more or less simultaneously, so we're both equally disrupted, probably. I'm definitely dead. Oh, wait, I have Lifesteal. I'm still dead. Oh, man, very normal day 10 and 11 Mac experience. It's just full builds of the best thing Mac can be doing. No points against this. Like, it did an admirable amount of damage. It's just not, you know, that. Diamond Sands of Time that couldn't be disrupted, permanently hasted by Smelling Salts. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Unfortunate. Well, I can't really imagine this build going 10 wins from here, because it has to win on the next 2 days, which seems preposterously unlikely. I could put Poison on something, but what would benefit from it the most? I guess Calico? Radiant on anything seems kind of bad, I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm going to put Poison on Calico. It's a guaranteed crit for a huge chunk of Poison with Julian. We are a Julian build with a ton of slow, so it's possible we win on 12 and 13. We haven't completely fallen off. We've just hit absolutely insane max back-to-back on 10 and 11. I'm very happy to go to Andy here. Also very happy for extra health, but with Big Ego, I can't imagine it matters. Nah, not you guys. Well, you finally showed up. Is there a way for Cannonball to make sense? What you would do is probably just this. Give up 1 slow off of Sea Dog Saloon, and instead you get 3 ammo here.
Tell everyone you
Seems
got it
good.
here.
What's the integrated HUD do, by the way? The item to the right of this has 30% crit chance. When you crit with it, slow 1 for 1. I mean, that's funny. It's very cool. The issue is that, obviously, it's mutually exclusive with the slows and damage from Cannonball. And we're not running Corzina Crest right now. So we would kind of have to drop Julian for that to make any sense. And we already have 1 adjacently locked from Kusarigama, so I think Cannonball does just end up being better. I mean, 30% more ammo and 30% more crit chance are kind of the same thing, right? Gonna toss this Seaweed, move this. Pick up the integrated HUD.
That suits you.
So I could do something like this for 68% crit chance, which is going to slow usually around 15 times, I would say. And that's going to make the Mantis Shrimp very large and the Salt Claw very large. And, like, that's the idea. That's the whole build. I'll run it, but I expect it to be worse than Julian and Zorkid by a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd be happy to be wrong, but it seems like it's the wrong call. Kina can give me more ammo, more crit chance. Oh, also, that's a lot more crit chance than I expected it to have. Yeah, I don't think the experience is going to change the outcome of this. I'd much rather go... Oh, wait. Incendiary rounds are only 1 ammo. It's not the biggest deal. The crit chance makes this seem like a better option than it previously was. 78% crit, huh? I mean, if it was right to click Lord of the Waits last time, it's still right to click him. I don't really care about Pendulum anymore. I have too many adjacency items. I'm going to go Lord Arkin. I don't think Unwavering is going to matter, but I am willing to take the chance at it. Like, into any burn matchup, Unwavering is an insane amount of durability. Obviously, Flurry of Blows is also very good. Yeah, so it's a stupid amount of slows. But then, like, you just have to wait for Mantis Shrimp to kill the opponent. It's kind of gross. I don't like that at all. What did the damage get up to, by the way? 3.5k. So I think what I would want to be doing here is hasting the Shrimp and hasting the Sea Dog Saloon. That makes the most sense to me. I think that is probably better than putting more ammo on Shuriken, but I could not honestly tell you with any degree of certainty. Upgrade an item, I think that has to be Diamond Julian to get it off before the Shuriken. I don't think anything else really makes sense here. Obviously, Shiny Shrimp is also very, very good. Shrimp's much easier to find than Julian, though. And Julian being upgraded affects everything as well in the first place. Small weapon. Medium items. Unfortunate, then. Take the small weapon. There's no medium item I want. Oh, hey. It's a different Salt Claw. Okay, weird. Sorry, Nautica, I've got a wheel to spin. Come on, something good, Hattie. I've got to go day 13 on Weapon Vanessa. I need the help. Oh. I don't know, take the help. Free upgrade.
Big winner, now even bigger.
So, there's obviously a couple of good upgrades here. Increase the scaling on Mantis Shrimp by 33%. 50% more scaling and another slow out of Kusara Gamma, or 1 second off Sea Dog Saloon. They're all really, really good. I think Sea Dog Saloon going off faster matters the most. So, oh! It hovers your leftmost when you're over an upgrade item. Nice. Nice. And it does smart target correctly like you would want it to. I'm going to go with Sea Dog Saloon. It's day 12. Startup time matters a ton.
Now this will
Thank you,
inspire
Hattie.
the crew.
It is another Vanessa in the exact same boat as me.
Go ahead.
Gonna be honest, I feel pretty good thanks to Big Ego about winning against another Vanessa.
No, I'm a bit of a legend.
We're looking at Restorative Electric Eels with Trained. It is a Mantis Shrimp, but I feel like I'm the better Shrimp build. I think we're okay. I've definitely got way more slow than he does. Yeah, we're perfectly fine. I thought we were.
Bring her about.
Thanks,
I got
Calico.
another salvo in me.
Like, that last volley does take a second. We're not hitting quite as hard, quite as fast as I want to. This feels like I'm janked together and struggling along. Obviously, the hits are pretty big when they do come through. It's just so weird. How far off of another hit on that Mantis Shrimp were we? That's actually very important to how strong I think I am. I mean, the life regen's very, very good. The fact that I have Big Ego does so much to make this build feel viable. Okay, so Mantis Shrimp was miles away, because I do no burns, as Workid combined with my 1, no burn in the build, and 2, it's been bonked. Yeah, Zorkid's not doing great here. Not really anything I can do about it. Like, what am I gonna do? Replace it with something else? I mean, I can. Run integrated HUD, get more slows, and try to disrupt my opponent enough? That might be right, honestly. 48's a lot of crit. This is going off after Julian now. I'll give it a shot. Again. Last time I wasn't running with Julian. That's a notable upgrade. I'm also going to go Nufu here. One more ammo, huh? I'm a sucker. I wanted to be in double digits in the thumbnail. Barcoon will buy my junk for extra cash. At this point, I'm not running a silver holsters. I don't know I'd run a gold one either. Same with Richardson. I'm happy to sell those. I'm not running Salt Claw, so I'm obviously not running the slower Salt Claw. I can get some extra cash at Barcoon. That's my last day, so I need to start just flipping random trash for Julian. So, you can have all of this. And I don't care what it is, I can easily afford all of it, and I just need to flip it to make the monkey happy.
Mister. Anyway, thanks.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I can afford all of this too.
Where's Midsworth? Oh, did he see me close a deal?
That gets Julian up to a solid 340. I'd honestly like to be much higher. No reason to go anyone other than Arkin here. Let's see if this is enough crit and enough slow to feel like it's more worth it than Zorkid was. I'm not convinced it is. The Julian damage is pretty good. I don't know. We killed him through Vite Potion, man. Maybe it's good enough. It's a lot more slows in the first volley as well. That's not minor. It's 5 more. Kind of minor. I'm so torn with integrated HUD's the right call here. We're going to go with Dira, go for a diamond skill. Your leftmost weapon has life steals, normally pretty sick. Not here. yeah, mixed messages is just going to pretty quickly dump 6 charges into Sea Dogs and Julian. I think I'm happy with that.
I've taught you all I can. Until tomorrow, that is.
Man. So I'm pretty torn here about going to Pearl. Because if I go to Pearl, it likely costs me a lot of Julian value, right? If I go to Pearl, I get an item from Pearl, I probably spend most of my gold getting it. Instead, I can just go to Pull and flip all of my cash. I gain 60 and then 30 more. I get like a 90 damage buff on Julian. But Pearl can give me, like, scaling speed, right? 40% crit chance on the shots I do have is better than 3 more shots. I'm not running Cannonball. Corzina Crest. I think the 5 slows are probably worse than the crit chance on Mantis Shrimp, but it's really hard to say. But what I ultimately end up finding myself thinking is just like, I know I don't have a lot of haste, but just run the Zorkid, man. It's still 3 seconds of haste on the Shrimp that's going to need to finish the fight if the fight goes long. It's still speeding up my main source of slow. I just don't see the argument to not running Zorkid here. Integrated HUD's neat. It's not bad here, but I think it's probably worse. Anyway, I'm going to Pearl and I'm spending all my money looking for something. There's no shot this works out in the end. 24 gold, huh? If it were a 48 gold enchanted item, maybe. I'm not taking it. Charging station. When you use the item to the left of this, charge the item to the right 2 seconds. Hold up. There's got to be some galaxy brain shit with charging station, right? We have a 10 multicast Shuriken and a 5 multicast Sea Dog Saloon and an Orange Julian. The issue is that this charging Orange Julian is useless because, well, it's not going to go off a second time. The idea would be that it doesn't need to trigger the Shuriken a second time, though, right? The idea would be something like this. You have a 13 multicast item that's going to fully trigger Julian multiple times, and then you're going to finish with Calico and Shrimp. Obviously, the scaling on Shrimp itself will be worse. The scaling on Kusarigama will be worse. These things aren't great. But this is 26 seconds of charge into Orange Julian. That's 3 whole uses off the guy. That's literally 1,000 damage. Also, some of that's going to be actually getting used by the Shuriken. Obviously, Kusarigama's really fallen off a cliff here. It's not even worth running in the end. You just run this instead for crit chance. Because, like, yeah. I'm doing it. It's sick. I've never seen a build quite like this. After we go to this JJ, I think I'm going to reload just to make this update and say the right ammo amounts. Stealth Glider. You take no damage for the first 8 seconds of each fight or until you use an item. Wait. Wait, what do you mean 8? What the fuck do you mean 8? Those are not the numbers from the preview, my guy. Oh no. Give me the Stealth Glider. I want that. Okay, cool. So what's the rest of the build? So they're just not allowed to hurt us until this goes off, which is going to charge Julian multiple times, affecting the damage on the Shuriken. Because I have slow burn, this will also fully use the second trigger of the Mantis Shrimp, which is being Julian to multiple times. Obviously a little bit vulnerable to slow and freeze with only 3 items, but this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's just Julian and the Mantis Shrimp throwing shurikens from a Stealth Glider. And because I have big ego and there's constantly Julian scaled weapons going, dude, this is fucking insane. Oh my god, this is just stupid, right? Anyway, I'm committed to this. Like, the shiny Mantis Shrimp doesn't really matter. I just want another active item. There's an argument that the Cannonball is worse than another active item because it's making me vulnerable to freeze and slow and it's day 13 and yada yada yada. But, like, I don't want to start before 7.7 seconds, and all of my active items are faster than that. So, yeah, we're just committing to this. I don't care if it's right or wrong. It's so funny. It's so broken. Why on earth does that say 8? Who decided 8 was the number that made sense? Bladed hoverboard's pretty good, but I don't think I care. Out of curiosity, what's the cooldown reduction at gold? 15%? That's neat. Okay, Mac is unfortunate. There's a much higher chance that Mac is a slow build than anyone else, and if he is, I have a huge fucking problem on my hands.
Seek the ultimate secret.
It's not slow.
Any closer?
It is life conduit, so that's gonna be a lot of regen. Oh no, it's life conduit with diamond pendulum. Well, he can't touch me until Julian's going off, so maybe we're okay. Also, that's not even close to infinite. We're fine. Yeah, we're completely okay. Yeah. Get stealth bombed, buddy. Why does it say 8? Why is it 8 seconds? I don't even know if it mattered here, but why does it say 8? Yes, that's me taking a screenshot to post in the Discord. So, yeah, I said that being immune for 3 seconds is not the same as charging all your items 3 seconds. Being immune for 8 seconds is just kind of a long time. I'm glad I got the charging station because it made that build make sense. Like, we used Julian 3 times, hit for 7.3 thousand. Didn't even actually get to use all 13 of the Shurikens, by the way. Because they were heavy, they were triggering slow burn, which was force using the Mantis Shrimp as well. It's charging all my other items. Oh my god. Mantis Shrimp also hit for 4.3k and 150 burn, by the way. Dude. Dude, what even? Why does it say 8? Why does it say 8 seconds? I think I would have beat this guy with, like, most of the other builds I saw. The guy I fought on, like, day 10 with the Obsidian Life Conduit beats the day 13 Mac I just fought 100 times out of 100. It's not even close. But, why is your number that number? I think the preview showed it being 3 seconds at silver, and I was like, you know, 5 seconds at diamond would be pretty obnoxiously long, but it still wouldn't necessarily win you the fight. 8 seconds at gold is kind of insane. I mean, yeah, there's a shiny Mantis Shrimp here, and this is still just one of many variants of an Orange Julian build. And the build would have been sick, just being a 13 multicast item with a diamond charging station to any scaling item. Like, it didn't need to be Stealth Glider. But, yeah. Yeah, Stealth Glider definitely does something here. Big Ego's not even carrying the run in this final fight. Like, they can't hit me. I'm in stealth. You can't do anything to me. La la la. I'm not listening, right? There's also some tiny damage scaling from, like, logistics here and strength, but almost the entire build is just Orange Julian with shenanigans from Pearl and that Stealth Glider. Yeah, Stealth Glider is probably a good card. It should probably be like 6, 8 if they're gonna push the numbers super hard. At 8 to 10, where it currently is, that's just obviously not okay. That's just too long. Nerf this. Nerf this immediately. I'm actually shocked that it's this long. Oh my god, that's crazy. Is that just long enough that, like, you can relatively easily get a 10-second boulder using only passive items? Yeah, your opponent would have to have no slow, no shield, so it wouldn't be a big deal. Oh man, just... I like Shurikens. Shurikens are a sick card. This build's actually a great showcase of why I liked Shurikens. They deal good enough damage. They synergize with basically everything. They can enable cool synergy items like Charging Station or Pendulum. Obviously, Pendulum in this case would have been objectively better, but not a big deal. Actually, for Shuriken, they're kind of the same card, funnily enough. Cannonball having a good target for once is also awesome. It's giving Mantis Shrimp more cast too, and the shiny Mantis Shrimp is obviously just the insurance here, right? Until the very end, we were never in a spot where Shuriken was one-shotting our opponents. We were always getting a big chunk of damage and then finishing them off the rest of our board. At the end tier, the rest of our board is just the repeatedly Julian multicast Mantis Shrimp that goes off 4 times right after I start taking damage. But yeah, I really like Shuriken. Love this card to bits. I hope it doesn't see too many nerfs, if any. Might change my tune as the patch goes on. This is my literal first game of the patch. Stealth Glider is my least favorite card of the patch. Kind of upset my first run is committed to it, but, yeah, just 8 seconds! 8 whole seconds! Like, just... I mean, technically 7.7 seconds, but what's the difference? Dude, this is insane. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the build. That card's not okay. I really liked that build. I think the meta's going to be in a much healthier spot, even if they did overnerf Dooley. I'm hoping they bring a lot of his cards back into line. Because a lot of cards in Dooley were catching strays they clearly did not deserve. And according to the data mining, I haven't had a chance to verify this or really look at it too thoroughly. The nerfs dually didn't even make a ton of sense. The passive on crude tools went unchanged. Plasma Grenade got a 1-second nerf just like 30 other cards as though it were equivalently broken to them. The most problematic cores, Ignition and Weaponized, actually aren't nerfed at Gold and Diamond. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. I assume it is, but it's bizarre that most other cores got nerfed in more than the 2 strongest ones. So, yeah, there's some questionable things in the current patch. Usually they're pretty good about taking immediate action and getting things, like, in line for the weekend. But, in Season 3, too much was broken right away and they didn't quite get it there. I'm kind of worried we might have a repeat showing. I have faith in the dev team. I won't be disappointed until the weekend gets here and shit's still broken, but, guys, come on. 8 seconds? I'll just keep saying that until I stop recording, so I'm gonna end the video now. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Fucking Stealth Glider, man.